I'm Reverend Molly Basquette. I'm the lead pastor at First Church Somerville, UCC. Open and affirming is our denomination's code for open to and affirming of lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgendered, and questioning people.
My name is Reverend Jeff Mansfield, and I am the associate pastor at First Church Somerville. Going through the open and affirming process and really determining ourselves to be a community that's going to be inclusive of everybody has opened up that grace for all of us.
The flag is enough out front to indicate it. And then for those who may not see the flag or be able to see the flag, just to listen to the environment, the inviting environment that's here, I think is probably, for me, is what really makes it open and affirming.
Not ever questioned, or people don't ever talk about how it's overwhelming to them.
An open and affirming message is incorporated into the sermons every Sunday. And, I think that, it's a place where, I feel like people of diverse backgrounds are welcome. Being open and affirming, to me as a person of color, also, sort of gives this element of, we accept people who are different, and that's something that I value about.
The church just goes to such great lengths to make sure that everybody feels welcome, that it does feel like a very safe place. Like the fact that they put so much effort into it makes me trust that they, they're working in every aspect to make sure that I feel welcome, that I feel safe, and that everybody else does too. And
to me, it feels like family almost. It's very welcoming, very friendly. People are interested in all aspects of your life, not just your spiritual point of view.
Can you imagine a church without Marlon and Gary, or Reverend Diane, or John, or Serenity Jones?
No way.
Do they make our church pretty fabulous? Yeah.
One of the few messages that I took away when I was a kid is that God loves all of us. And I feel that here, and it makes me feel that everyone in this church feels the same way, and no one is oppressed, no one is turned away, everyone is welcome. And what made me realize that even more is that the drag gospel, how that was celebrated. Like, everyone was happy, people were standing, like, clapping, and I want for people to grow up in the church to feel like they can express themselves.
I've been able to bring to the table things like drag gospel, and come to church dressed up as a drag queen, and do the liturgy, and perform, and encourage other people to be inspired to just come out of a shell that they might feel repressed to be in.
When the queer members of our community, when we see their courage in telling their story as liturgists, or at the Pride March, or at Drag Gospel, or at a vigil for LGBT rights, we can see that they have come into the fullness of who God intends them to be, and that gives us the courage to come into the fullness of who God intends us to be, and to be brave in the same way in our own direction.
I felt a very personal interest in my well-being from Molly. Molly would take the time to say hello to this young college student every time that I showed up. And when I stopped coming for a little bit, I got an email from Molly, and I got a connection to a person at the church just to check on me, to see if I was okay. And I wasn't okay, and I was really having a lot of difficulty in my life, and I really loved that that Molly was able to find me and to help me right then.
I can be myself and still expect people to love me and give me grace, which I need a lot of,
The things that are blessings that I have in my life, and also the things that are challenges. I'm appreciated for my strengths, and I'm loved, even though I make mistakes.
Nobody wants to be merely tolerated. People want to be embraced and included and accepted and celebrated for all that we are.
When I was first doing my coming out process, church was my safe place. School wasn't the safe place, and my friends were kind of a safe place, but church was where everybody was going to love me no matter what.
It's 2013 now. It's been 14 years since we became an ONA church. I'd estimate we're about 40% LGBTQ people.
Suddenly we were a church that people were aware of and that people would come and look for. And we brought in a lot of new people and a lot of new energy, which has made First Church thrive.